Hello, Soul Family. I'm the Humble Sage. Please be welcome. I hope this message finds you in good health and in good spirits. Soul Family, this is your full moon in Gemini reading. That's for today, December the 4th. So let's get stuck in. Here we've got Temperance in the upright and the Three of Cups in the reverse. Interesting. This Temperance energy is really speaking about how you are reconciling whatever you felt was no longer serving you with the Three of Cups in reverse. Almost as if you thought that this Three of Cups was going to be something that was going to yield a positive result for you, but instead didn't. It could be a group effort, it could be something to do with some sort of collaboration, but it turned out that no, actually, you were able to do it by yourself. And that's not to say that we don't get anywhere by learning from other people, of course we do. We learn from other people who have more experience than us, but in some cases, we learn from other people how not to behave. How not to treat other people, how not to in some way try to ostracize other people is what this feels like. And the universe is showing you that the efforts that you've been putting in with this healing growth, and as we are in Gemini, this Knight of Swords is Gemini energy. When we see this growth and this abundance that's coming forward, this can be leadership and action for me as a reader. And in the conscious realm, we can see the Hierophant. It's interesting that these two come here in alignment with the Temperance in reverse. This middle pillar here is absolutely gorgeous. You know, it's almost like saying, no matter what was thrown at you, no matter who tried to leave you out, no matter who tried to make you feel as if you didn't belong or as if in some way you didn't have a purpose, because this can show having a purpose, right? You all receive from the universe, this cornucopia is built, it may be small, but it's still something that's growing over time. You can see here, whatever people try to leave you out, it could be friends, family, partners, whatever work collaborations. Instead, you thought, well, do you know what? Okay, perhaps that's not for me. And instead of being hateful, you carried on, because this is nothing to do with hate. This Sagittarius energy is spiritual philosophy. And instead, you found that inner philosophy by learning and understanding that, learning that going through life, we don't always get what we want, but we get what we need. So you may not have got those collaborations. You may not have got a sense of camaraderie, perhaps. But instead what you got was being able to get on your own horse. And there's nothing haughty about this card. This is understanding that you have your own purpose, your own sort of truth. You don't need an entourage. You don't need always have the praise and everything. Of course not. You're here to have a purpose. The leader leads from the front. And that starts with your own life. That starts with what you're bringing to the table and how you're following the session, how you're following what the universe is asking you to do to guide yourself through any sessions that may have seemed, any emotional, turbulent sessions in life that seemed as if they were trying to hold you back. There's a mouthful, dude. The title card that I've got here, you see, is the Queen of Pentacles in the upright with the Six of Pentacles in reverse. This is the Queen's realm. Interesting how the rune I did the other day was the King's realm, right? We saw the Seven of Pentacles in reverse. Is it when you see it like this, it's like almost like people try to create unfairness for you, right? They purposely tried to damage your inner realm. They didn't want you to heal. They didn't want you to grow. They didn't want you to develop. They didn't want you to find your purpose. They didn't even want you, for me, this can be lucidity. They didn't even want you to have a lucid way of thinking, right? They wanted to create this injustice for you, but instead of being stuck, there's the Ace of Swords at the bottom of the deck. That's the truth. And that is the truth of you. You are this high priestess. You are highly intuitive. You are somebody who is guided by the universe. You have been given instruction by the universe to answer your calling, and there is the sword. You see what I'm saying? How you've always been in this energy. You know your truth. You're not a follower. You know your purpose. You know how you feel from the universe. You receive these intuitive downloads. This is spiritual practice. You put that into action. And here you are in this realm with this Gemini energy, using your intellect and intelligence in order to build something, no matter how long that takes. Gemini energy certainly understands that it takes time and effort to actually put the hard work in intelligently. You have to work forward intellectually. Dreams require plans. So you did that. You follow what the universe asks you to do. And the universe, what this also feels like is the universe said, be patient. This is most definitely patience. Pentacles energy is very slow-moving energy, and it requires patience is the word collective, let's face it, right? But that's just part of the universe. That's just part of this realm of the Malkuth, right? You don't get everything that you want. You don't always get everything that you desire, not in the way that you think so anyway. Or you do get it, but it can just take a lot longer than you thought it would have done. Does that mean to say that the universe isn't bringing it? Does it mean to say your ancestors have turned against you? No. But maybe it just didn't come about as quickly as you wanted to. Don't forget, with swords energy, that mental energy moves very fast. Very, very quickly. Right? It's all up here. But it's about getting this down here. It's about melting the ice and bringing that down into this realm. How are you creating it with Yesod? How are you using that God creation with the collective consciousness in order to bring it into this realm? Right? That's where plans come in. We don't build our own plans by yourself. You know what I mean? You see how other people, they set a strong example. Right? You learn plans, maybe it's a business plan forecast, cash flow forecast, or a business plan you've got to get from somewhere else or someone else, learning from people with more experience. Whatever it is, you've been taking these steps here, and the universe is saying to you, look, don't worry. Here's a 5 of Cups in the stepping stone. Some people can see it as a future position, but it's also a stepping stone for me before we get to the external. But you can see here with the 3 of Cups in reverse, crossing it. Okay, these 3 of Cups didn't work out the way that you wanted them to, but there's still 2 cups here. There is still partnership with the universe here. Possibly for some of you could be love, partnership with someone else. Just because these 3 cups didn't work out the way that you thought, this collaboration, just see that, well, there's a river here. So at the end of the day, these 2 cups may seem empty, but these 3 cups are naff anyway. They're all empty. They've spilled. But you've still got 2 cups here and a full river to work from here. So the stepping stone moving over, collective, it looks like here, your inner resource or talent is that no matter how much people try to strong arm you into keeping you stuck, you didn't stay stuck. Why would you need to stay stuck? People want to keep you strong-armed to stay stuck in old cycles. What does that say about them? Ridiculous. That could be this energy. But instead, no. You're showing through as this energy. You subjugated, collective. Are you mad? Right? You see here in the environment how no matter what oppression was created, you turn that into lessons. And so here you are moving towards a new life. Here's the river. Here in the Temperance card, here's the lake. You see what I'm saying, collective? No matter how much people try to keep you stuck, or in fact, in this case, as it is a full moon in Gemini, no matter how much sometimes we keep ourselves stuck, there's also always going to be that river. The primordial river of creation is always going to be there. You can't stop that. Nobody else can stop that. They may try to block you, stop you. Why? In fact, it doesn't even matter. You reach a point where it doesn't even matter why they wanted to do it, how they were trying to do it. Who cares? What matters is that you carried on moving forward, you stepped out and you said, you know what? Nah, son, you mad. Your hopes and fears were to not be stagnant, so you're not. Here you are with the wand pushing forward. 2 knights here and 2 the masculine knights. Both of these are all about action and they both came out in the upright. This spiritual warrior energy is also, you think about your artwork, how it just flows, right? Like the Knight of Cups is another knight. You see what I'm saying? All of this gorgeous action for you, collective. You've taken so much action in this realm. The universe is looking to bring about what you want, but you just have to be a little bit more patient, right? Because the outcome here is we've got the 7 of Wands and the 3 of Wands both in the upright. You're looking out into the bay. The ships are coming in for you. Your ancestors here are fighting on your behalf. They have your back. You've got your wand here, knight. You've got your wand, right? You've got this. There's no need to worry so much. Don't worry so much about why they're doing this. How could this happen? It happened. Work on healing how you feel about it without driving yourself stir crazy about why people do things and why they want to behave badly. Let people behave how they want to behave. Right? At the end of the day, you can't control other people as much as they want to control you. They can't control you, unfortunately, because you're in this energy. It's just kind of tough, really, isn't it? You know what I mean? This is a gorgeous reading. Full moon energy is always so tough. And for all the people that do manifesting journals out there, good on you. It's coming together. For all of the other people, your magics look like they're coming together with the 10 of Wands here. We've got the High Priestess and the Hierophant, so good on you. You can see some positive results coming around this season. Fantastic. Just remember you've got the Sword of Truth, and that's your strength here. Beautiful energy. That's your Gemini reading, collective, for the full moon. If you would like a personal reading with me, the link's in the bio, and I'd like to just say that I'm very grateful for every single one of you. And as always, guys, please, take care of yourselves.